Welcome to Aptera. Quick video today. I wanted to talk about the savings that you can expect to get when you compare the cost of charging an Aptera versus the cost of getting gas for your current internal combustion engine vehicle or hybrid vehicle. So I added this to the Google Sheets that I've been updating over the past few videos, and so this is the money saved part of the sheet. And so basically, you'll plug into all of these green values. You can plug in your current gas price where you live. This is the national average at 3.91. You can plug in your vehicle's miles per gallon, and you can plug in the cost per kilowatt hour to charge. This data is available online, but you can also look at your own electricity bill, and you can plug in your expected vehicle price here, and that will help with some of the calculations. And so it will spit out a number of how much you're saving on a monthly basis, how much you're saving on a yearly basis, and then this is sort of a fun column, how many years it would take with these savings to completely pay off the Aptera. So this 17 miles per gallon is actually for the F-150, which is the most sold vehicle in the United States this year. And this is not the Lightning series, this is the internal combustion engine vehicle that I'm talking about here. Numbers 2 and 3 on the most sold vehicles list were both trucks as well. So I wanted to compare to an SUV and a sedan as well. So the number 4 vehicle is the RAV4. And so you plug in 27 miles per gallon for the RAV4 if that's the vehicle that you're driving. And most of the other stuff I kept the same. And you can see that it would take much longer to create the same savings. And this is all data based on the national average of about 41 miles of driving per day. As you change that number in the sheet, you can see these numbers change as well based on your own use case scenario. So the Camry was number 5 on that list, and that's about 25 miles per gallon for the all-wheel drive version. And so the numbers will end up being very similar here. So you can play with these. You can look at your own state on this chart here, and in this white circle here is that state's cost per kilowatt hour. And so you can see Washington State at 9.66 cents per kilowatt hour, and you can see Hawaii at almost 30 cents per kilowatt hour. So that's a pretty drastic difference there. So then you take all of that data, and if you sort of want to look at the best case scenario for getting an Aptera, if you're driving about 41 miles per day, if this was back in June when gas prices were $5.10 per gallon, and you're driving that same F-150 and you're in Washington State, you plug in all of those numbers and you can see that you're saving about $364 a month, which may end up being your car payment there. And on a yearly basis, that's more than $4,000 a year. And it would only take you 6 years of owning an Aptera to fully pay it off just based on your savings alone. I wanted to point out one correction that I had to make with the weekly miles in the winter number. I had to adjust it for the number of hours of daily charging that you were doing per day, and so that will look a little bit different. So you may want to make another copy of the entire Google Sheet, even if you don't want to look at the money saved column. And I did use the winter miles column to help you determine how much money you're saving so that you can get a good look at worst case scenario.